Hey guys, it's Peter with the first official episode of The Residual Life. Now, I've always been very interested in residual income, and I just know from talking to a lot of my mentors that residual income is the key. Cash flow is what you most desire when it comes to long-term investing. And as I've been obsessed about this journey for creating passive income, I came across a blog from the Financial Samurai. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this guy, but he has a pretty decent passive income happening right now, and he's basically retired. Going through some of his categories, he had high interest yield savings, he had stocks, he had bonds, he had real estate investment trusts, along with, of course, real estate. One aspect of his portfolio that he really emphasized was his portfolio in Fundrise. A REIT is basically like having stocks in a real estate company. The company owns a myriad of real estate investments that ranges from warehouses to, of course, apartment buildings and sometimes storage spaces. It has a huge portfolio in which you have a certain share of that portfolio. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about Fundrise. I actually just invested $10,000 of my own money to Fundrise just to see how it actually performs. So far, it's actually performed what it promised. I ended up going with the advanced version, which invests in over 80 projects. However, it does require you to put at least $10,000. In the advanced version, you have three different options. You could either go with the supplemental income or the balanced investing, or you can go with the long-term growth. Of course, for me, I ended up going with the supplemental income because that's what I want to do. I want to create residual passive income. So how have I done so far? I looked at my bank account one day and I saw that I actually got a dividend payment of $197.81. Now that might not seem like a lot to you guys, but it's pretty cool that I have done nothing about this portfolio and I was able to get $197, which is a good 2 to 3 decent meals out here. Now, before you guys go and start investing all of your money into this, please consider the risks involved and the downsides. One is there's a lack of liquidity with these kinds of investments. In any kind of real estate investment, including REITs, it is a long-term play. You can't just cash out at any time. You know, if you own real estate, it'll take about 45 days to sell. That's why for these kinds of investments, you're in it for the long run, typically about 5 years. Two, with any kind of real estate brokerage program, you do have fees. Now they're 1%, which is a little bit higher than normal brokerage programs. I've actually been able to get lucky because when I looked at my portfolio account, I actually didn't get many advisory fees. It was like $2.33. Hey, for the deal that you're getting, I'm personally okay with that. As long as the net return is great for me, it doesn't matter who gets paid what. But that's just my philosophy. Three, keep in mind that the income that you get is a taxable income. So unless you have it in a tax-free account, you will incur income tax for these kinds of investments. For some of you savvy investors, that might be a big problem, but honestly for me, I just did it because I wanted to try this. And hey, if I have to pay taxes on some of the residual income that I'm getting, that's all right, as long as the net income is great for me. Now, the last concern, and keep in mind, I did get this information from Graham Stephan, a pretty famous YouTube guy who talks about investments, is we don't know how this company is going to perform in a down market. It was only a couple of months after I invested in this company, I ended up getting an email from the CEO of Fundrise. He actually mentioned that we have to be prepared for a down market. He believes that there will be a down market in the future, and the profits that we're getting now may not necessarily be the same amount of profits that we get in the future. But hey, I personally don't believe there's going to be a huge crash in the real estate market. I do believe there's going to be a correction, but I don't personally believe in a crash. So I'm going to be in it for the long run. I'll keep you guys updated. If I have any issues with Fundrise, I will absolutely let you guys know to make sure that you guys are investing well on this journey for the residual life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.